Welcome back to Transparent TV. Y'all know how we get down. We get down by getting straight to it. And I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I'm gonna get straight into it. Today I want to talk about this Cardi B situation, right? Cardi B is catching it online right now. They are tearing her a new hole, man, and she's not really responding the best to it. You can tell that a lot of the criticism is really getting to her. And I just want to talk about the situation without critiquing or criticizing the person. I want to talk about the behavior, right, and how it's a problematic thing that we're seeing with a lot of women within the culture, right? Cardi B decided to come out, a few days ago and publicly talk about her being pregnant with Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs is a star wide receiver out of the New England Patriots. When she came public with it, a short time after, 3 other women came out, 2 of them stating that they too were expecting kids, and the third woman, who's another woman who's an OnlyFans model, said that she released a nude picture of Stefon Diggs and threatened to release 2 sex tapes, right? So, the way that I thought about it immediately, man, it's like, wow, like this is bad, right? You get out of the relationship with your husband because he's supposedly cheated, just to go and get into a relationship with a guy that's 1,000 times worse than what your husband is. It just didn't make sense to me. And when I mentioned that online, man, a lot of people jumped into my messaging saying, well, you know what? Why would she stay with a man who cheated on her? He didn't love her. And I'm like, man, that's foolishness, right? And I had to remind, these women that, hey, listen, I'm a guy. And I'm trying to tell y'all out there, man, that a man could step outside of his relationship with everything being perfect, right? A man could step outside of a relationship when everything is perfect. It has nothing to do with the woman that he's with. Not only that, a man could step outside of his relationship and get into a sexual relationship with another woman and walk away from that relationship or that situation and not have any attachment to that woman at all. A man could have, sexual intercourse with a woman, and it could be the best sex that he's ever had in his life, and he still not have any attachment to that woman if he got a woman that he loved at home. Not only that, a man could have or have an interaction with a woman where that woman comes assembled as everything that man ever wanted, and it still not change the way that he feel about his woman at home. So the reason why men do things and the reason why women do things is 2 totally different situations all the way together. A man cheating or being loyal has nothing to do with whether or not he loves a woman or not. And I don't know why it's so hard for women to wrap their minds around that. A woman step outside of a relationship, and let's just say, for an example, the sex is poor. The sex with her husband is poor. And let's just say she encounter a man that really lays it down in the bedroom. The chances that woman is going to go back to her husband isn't likely. Or let's just say that the man that she's with is born, right? He's just right out born. And a woman is exposed to a man that's very charismatic and charming, right? The chances that the woman is going to go back and see her husband the same isn't likely, right? And I'm talking about immature women. I'm not talking about, a high quality woman that understands, real love and loyalty. But I'm talking about the immature women. So again, we do things for totally different reasons. So please stop with the nonsense of saying that, okay, he did it first. Man, listen, do you understand? I can look at Offset and tell that he really digs, and he's always digged Cardi B. So that's not the situation. He didn't do it because he didn't have interest in his girl, or that he didn't love her, or he loved her any less. It was just a situation. I believe that that's natural for a man. So again, man, she jump into a way worse situation. And when you watch her life unfold right before her eyes, man, despite Offset being what he was, there was a covenant still that he provided for her. She wasn't out here making herself look foolish. She wasn't out here being as reckless as she is today. And that's a big problem. Sometimes I believe, man, that when women allow themselves to become emotional, their reasoning capacity just completely goes the way. It doesn't exist. And women are able to do it on a level that I've never ever witnessed in a man. A woman could shut down all reality, like all rationality goes out of the window, and she's loyal to her emotions, and she sees everything through her emotions. And I believe that that's what's happening with Cardi B. I believe that there is remorse and there is regret. I've seen several videos surface of her in tears.
That's your baby daddy, bitch. That's my baby daddy too, girl. Well, what now? I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out.
And you know, listening to the recording that I just played, right? She sounded like a defeated woman. She sounded like a defeated woman. You don't respond that way if the man that you're claiming is your boyfriend is expecting another kid. Well, you know what? I'm your baby mama and they your baby mama too. So we just gonna have to, no, that's not, that sounds like a defeated woman. A woman who's confident in her stand, she's confident in who she is as a woman, and she has boundaries in place, she ain't going for it. She would have said, and it was the perfect opportunity for her to show women how it's done. You know what? I thought that we had something that we don't have. And you know what? I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not here to slander anybody. Look, I put myself in this situation, and I have to do what it takes to clean this mess up. I have to prepare myself to be the best mother that I can be. But by her responding the way that she did, she pretty much told him, listen, dude, you can have your way. Have your way. No boundaries was set because he's embarrassing her in front of everybody. Right? And when you think about how they even got to be, he went to Cardi B and he said, listen, she told him about everything that was going on with Offset. He said, look, I can do you right. Let me heal you. That's what he told her, and based on what Cardi B said, she bragged about it. She was gloating about it. She said, he asked to heal me. You know what I mean? And I'm telling my sisters, I'm telling women in general, pay very little attention to what a man says, right? Especially when it's not tied to his actions. A man will tell you anything, right? Because he said he wanted to heal you, but what did he do? He did you worse than the man that you had before did you. And again, they did it for totally different reasons. Stefon Diggs did it because he's just not into you. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to make him get into you at all, man. And I said this from the very start. But you left a man who accepted your flaws, that really liked you for you. There's not going to be another Offset, right? And you did it for a okay, you stated that you left him because of him cheating. Did you try at any point to try to see if y'all can work out y'all differences? No, you didn't. Because being in a relationship with Offset felt like pressure. Because he wasn't just going to let you get away with just anything and any old thing. Like, he held you accountable. And that's why you was out here looking like a reformed woman. A lot of people couldn't believe it, right? Coming from where she came from. She came from, living, the stripper lifestyle. And I'm not here to judge nobody, man. Like I told you, I want to criticize the behavior, not the person. But a lot of people didn't believe that she was capable of being a housewife. And she proved a lot of people wrong for 7 years, right? But I believe that the relationship should still be a thing. I don't think that they should have ended it because I don't believe that Offset's intentions was for bad. You know what I mean? We're living in this culture and we're living in a way that somebody else taught us to live. And that way of living doesn't work for everybody. And that's why I would say, man, that if you're in a relationship with a woman, or you're a man or you're a woman in a relationship with a man and you feel the need to do something different, talk to that person before you do it, right? You see if you can get that person on board for what you're doing so that, you don't have to worry about, some stuff like this. This affects the kids more than anything else, right? You got your mother, man. Here you are, your mother. And this is major, man. And Cardi B, I don't think she get this, but it's important that she get this. And it's important that all women get this. Right? Just pay attention, man. You have to be able to learn from other people's mistakes. Here you have Cardi B. She allegedly decided to have sex with another man while she was 8 months pregnant by her damn husband. Not only that, she decided to double back and end up getting pregnant with this same man while she's still married. Right? And I heard some of her excuses today and I heard her mention something about wanting a divorce and it not being final because she don't want to come up off money. It doesn't matter, man. It's the way that it look and the way that if you valued yourself, you're going to say it like, man, you know what? This has to be finalized. As a woman, I respect my kids. I respect my husband still. I can't get down like that. I mean, 8 months pregnant, man, you laying down with this guy? That's no woman with self-esteem and self-respect and self-dignity is going to allow a man to plunge in and out of her while she's pregnant with another man's seed. That's trifling, man. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about the behavior, not the person. The behavior is trifling. But you see women, I'm watching the comment section, and women are paying homage. They're like, look, that it is what it is. They don't see anything wrong with it. So what we're seeing is a culture full of women that have no self-esteem and just think that everything is okay. And that's what happened when you don't have any commonality as a culture. There has to be things within the culture that we just won't accept. And when they do happen, we have to be able to call each other out for it, man, because that's just not what it is, man. That family has been destroyed over what I believe was just a misunderstanding, right? I wish that, imagine if, what this situation would be if Offset had the maturity to say, look, man, Cardi B, can I holler at you? Listen, man, I'm really considering, stepping outside of a relationship. Is it possible you can give me a pass? All it is sex, right? I mean, I don't know, man, because if Cardi B is willing to accept this new guy, the new baby daddy lifestyle and the way that he live, why wouldn't you accept a man that love your dirty drugs? Why wouldn't you give him a pass to do it? It just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense, man, no matter how you slice it. If you ask me what do I think they should do next, I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't think that Stefon Diggs is gonna be around long. I mean, I'm paying attention to the guy's pedigree, man. The guy is known as a habitual womanizer. That type of cat don't just, he got a lot of work to do to change, man, right? And I would be really, really surprised if he's around 3. I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes right now he's telling her, like, look, man, or he's been telling her the entire time that he wanted her to get rid of the baby. So I don't really see him being around long term. So I would like to see Offset, if at all possible, right? If at all possible, I would like to see Offset and Cardi B resolve their issues for the sake of the kids. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest with you, man. I strongly believe that Offset is the best thing that ever happened to Cardi B. Look at her, man, since the relationship have ended, right? She's doing meet and greets. She's twerking with, beside little boys while she's 8, 7, 6, 7, 8 months pregnant. That don't even make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? She too grown for that, man, and she's acting like a school-age kid. Oh, these are the type of things that we have to be able to call each other out on. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. And again, we have to attack the behavior, man. What is it that happened in Cardi B's life that led her to believe that it's okay for her to function the way that she's functioning and not really taking into consideration the long-term effects that it's going to have on the kids? Man, sometimes school-age kids can be just right out mean, right? And by your mom being a woman who literally laid down with another man while she was pregnant with your father, man, they're going to use that as ammo. You understand? And I hate to say it, man, but that's a possibility, right? How could we put men in position to have better conversations? We're all being forced to conform to live lifestyles that don't even make sense, right? So if they don't make sense for us, why are we trying to live the way that other people think that we should live? You know what I mean? I would love to see Offset and Cardi B, work it out and make it work, because I believe that they're really good for each other. And I know for a fact Stefon Diggs, man, he's gonna take her through the ringers. If she just insists on coming out and publicly saying that he's her boyfriend, man, he gonna send her through the ropes, man. He's gonna send her through the ropes. And I'm telling you, like, we gotta do better. We gotta do better as a culture by communicating our standards and our boundaries. Right? If that's something that you're looking to do, man, have a conversation with your significant other first. Because if you really feel her or she really feel you, it's not worth risking. Right? And that's my take on it. I would like to see him work it out. I'm interested to hear what y'all got to say about this specific topic, man. Do you think that it's fair game that she allegedly had sex with a man while she was 8 months pregnant? Or what about her having a kid while still being married? Is that cool to you? Right? Or would you be okay with her and Offset getting back together, given everything that you know right now, right? And watching her act so reckless out here. I'm interested to hear what y'all got to say about this specific topic, man. Catch y'all next time. Holla.